Like it or not, when you're dating a Filipina, you are perceived as being a rich foreigner by her family, her friends, society in the Philippines, and yes, maybe even your new Filipina girlfriend. And make no mistake, this will happen whether you like it or not. You may try and tell your girlfriend, and everyone else in the Philippines for that matter, that you're not rich, but the more you protest, the more they'll believe that you are rich. Some foreign men may become very frustrated at this perception that many Filipino people will hold, and especially when the family may start to ask for money from you because they do see you as being rich. If one is rich, then surely a few thousand pesos is nothing to you. That's their thought pattern around this, and not to mention that as you're now dating their daughter, sister or cousin, that you're now part of the family, and family in the Philippines share everything with each other. Well, at least that's their rationale around this. But to the unsuspecting foreign man who is new to dating a Filipina, this can come as rather a shock, especially when in the Philippines where the perception, especially from family members, will be very obvious. Now, you know that in your country you may be on a very low to average wage, work very hard and rent a 2 or 3 bedroom house or apartment. You may not even own a house and only have a small or modest amount of savings. In fact, you may have saved very hard for several months just to visit your girlfriend in the Philippines. So how could anyone possibly see you as being rich? And of course, you're right. In your country, no one will view you as rich at all, and you of course will know the struggles you've had with earning money, paying bills, and the struggle to get decent savings in the bank. However, if you're able to place yourself in the position of your girlfriend's family in the Philippines, then you may start to see why they view you as a rich man. And yes, as I say, even your girlfriend will view you as being rich, well, at least at the start of the relationship, up until she comes to visit or live with you at least. For many foreign men who commence dating a Filipina, the Filipina may come from a poorer province area. Typically, people in province areas work very hard just to put some food on the table. And they may only make a few hundred pesos a day, or the equivalent to $2 or $3 a day. They'll most likely live on what we in the West may see as substandard housing, where typically there could be 8 to 12 people living inside and sleeping on very thin mattresses or even cardboard on the floor, which may be dirt or concrete, as decent floor coverings may be too expensive and considered a luxury in the Philippines. And really, just the fact that you've gone to the Philippines, where it clearly has cost several thousands of dollars for airfares, accommodation, etc., screams out to Filipinos that you're rich. After all, what you've spent to come to the Philippines for a holiday would for many be more than a year's wage in the Philippines. It doesn't matter to them that you may have saved for 6 months to get to the Philippines, because for them to be able to afford enough to visit another country is merely a dream. And for many Filipinos, all they know is that in the West the wages are very high, and to them that makes you rich. They won't see the higher cost of living that goes with that and how you may struggle to pay your bills. And to be honest, it's rather futile to even try and explain that to your girlfriend's family. Because the reality of it all, when one takes a step back, is that in comparison to many Filipino people, you are rich, and that's the truth of the matter. You have a job that pays reasonable money, where you can eat 3 times a day, have a roof over your head with a comfortable bed to sleep in, water connected in your house, reliable electricity and internet, and yes, you can even go for a holiday to the Philippines. Not to mention that you most likely have a car and even a line of credit. These are all things that many Filipinos just don't have and could only dream of. So when they see a foreigner who has all these things, which are the things that you and I would take for granted, but they are things that many Filipinos only dream about, then yes, they see you as being rich. But don't despair, because in time, as your Filipina gets to know you more, and especially when she comes to visit you or live with you in your country, she'll certainly see the reality that in your country, things are rather tight for you. But still, her family will never really see this simply because you have far more than they could ever imagine, and you come from a country of prosperity and many opportunities. So don't spend energy fighting it, and when dating a Filipina, just accept the fact that their perception is that you are the rich foreigner because their perception is going to be their reality. Thanks for watching, stay safe and take care.